Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and the UK campaign. And where we left off, we were planning an invasion, a second invasion of Italy, and continuing with the first invasion. Now, we are struggling a little bit in the far north against some German regular reinforcements. The Germans are doing very well against the Soviets, but there's a line that stretches from Rostov-on-Don to Kharkov, to Orel, to Tula, Moscow, Kalalin, and Vologda. As long as they don't sort of take all of them, we should be good. I worry a little bit about Leningrad, purely because it's about to be encircled on two fronts by the Finns. Now, the next real question I have is, should I lend assistance to the Soviets and attack Finland? Because I do have a fair amount of forces just sitting around here in the BEF squadrons. The problem is I don't have any transport craft with which to take them over there at the moment. So yeah, I need to think about that on what's going to be the best sort of bet. Now, let's get on with the invasion over here. So, I am going to send a single armoured division here. Oh, that's the wrong fleet. And I'm going to send the other troops here to Palermo. Now, I know originally I said I wanted to go for Chichenista, or Chichevis, Civitavicia. There we go, Civitavicia. To outflank this line, but then I realised, well, wait a minute, I can just hold a river line here and then outflank it later. So I'm going to do that. Let's get going. This is going to be the best way that we sort this. We're landing very quickly. And there's Salerno. Now, the main aim of this is to take the land, or the port of Napoli. And you know what? I might just unhinge their defense at Monte Cassino as well. Right, so we were defending there. Let's move the 7th Infantry and this armoured unit into position. It's only a level 1 port, so the quicker that we get this garrison out of the way, the better. And hopefully that port as well. Now, my plan is to then land all of these troops here at that port in Palermo. And we won the battle at Monte Cassino. Now, I do believe the battle for Monte Cassino lasted until 1943 in real life. So we're getting it done early. Right. Machine gun mortar support has just finished. Doing desert unit training. Let's get the casting ability for the armor. I have a feeling we are going to take this, and I'm going to throw in that extra Marine division, because I really want to take that. Let's get the hell out of there. We've won the battle at Conviasso, and that is one hell of a fortification line, you know. Holy shit. what, I'm going to leave the 7th Infantry there and let the Armoured Division go. Go, go, go. Is there any other units that I need to have form up? Yeah. 8th. Coom Force. Good old Montgomery. Some more infantry divisions. And I'm gonna have them land as well. You know what? I'm gonna take them round the other side. It's not very orthodox. What just happened? Did... Okay. So... I think we just knocked the Italians out of the war. Holy shit. They're neutral. What is happening? Oh, this game. I think I just broke it. I've done everything way too early. Okay, so Germany just got... They just lost... There are so many units in the south. And I have units just sitting around. Ooh. Can I get these guys out? Have I got military access with America? Ask for transit rights. Yes. Fuck. I don't want us to keep these units here. We're gonna need to... So, anywhere... Right, so... If we hold this place, then we can get them out. Let's, get you guys... Fuck's sake. God damn it! I didn't know the game did this! Scheiße! Oh, balls. Okay, well that's interesting. I made Italy my bitch a bit too quickly, apparently. We're at war. Right, okay. Let's get all of you to get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, ASAP. All gonna go to Palermo. Or here, or wherever. You know what, we're just gonna leave this the hell out. Okay, well, that's interesting. Come on, USA. Just, can you join the war, please? 28th. Why did the USA get it? It must be linked to an event. This wouldn't be a problem, except that I really need to get my troops the fuck out of here. In fact, if there's one thing that we don't want to do now, it's fucking land. Right, rebase. Back you go. Get my transit rights. I have... I am so very confused. Right, so your puppet, you are at war with me still, but also in a truce. And I can invite you to my faction. Eventually. Okay, but I can ask transit rights from you, but you won't give them to me. Oh, okay, I see. So, the Italian divisions, I'm not at war with them anymore. I'm only at war with the German divisions. Right, okay. So, it doesn't matter about these Italian divisions. They can go where they want. They can go there, they can go there. But there's just now a fuck ton of Italian divisions just randomly floating around. Okay. I've worked it out. I've worked out the new political landscape. I'm not sure how it's gone down like that, but I'll accept it. That's Italy out the war. Which means they're all going home. So this might fuck up the German AI a little bit, because they're about to lose a fuck ton of their, main, forces in the north. This is just the stuff I can see. And there's quite a fair amount of Italian units up there, all things considered. Okay, right. I now vaguely feel like I get what's going on. Right, I'm going to unload all of you accordingly, because you know what, we've gone through this now. Okay, and I'm going to take these two transport fleets and move them over here, and then we're going to take the BEF over to Sweden, and then we're going to invade Finland. Because my second front idea has been too successful for its own good. For F's sake. Way too successful. Yeah, let's get that commerce defense one going. And the infantry radio communications. I guess it must have been the destruction or the taking of that line at Monte Cassino that must have done it. It's just weird that I didn't get a single event. Right, yeah. You're going home. All of you guys are flying home. And our diplomats should go back to America tomorrow. And then the mighty stage 2 will commence. Okay, so all things considered, that wasn't necessarily what I was expecting, but at least it takes Italy out of the war. So, while it's not exactly what I was hoping for to happen, it's at least positive. I'll use the word positive in its loosest possible sense. Because I really wanted to keep that battle going, because we could have drawn a huge amount of German troops. I mean... Ooh. Do I dare risk a proper attack on the German mainland, bearing in mind they've decided to base their whole air force in Italy? Or do I wait for the Americans? Hard decision. Ah, Brazil! Welcome. Okay, they don't actually want to join us. Why is that? There's no clear reason at the moment. I'll just wait. Sometimes you need to stop playing the game and then start playing again to get Brazil or other nations to actually join. We're gonna send these guys back. We've got all of our French units in position now, so you know what? I'm gonna send you guys a little bit further north. Be up in Gerolith. I'm going to keep you in Johor Bahru. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. I'm so sorry to anyone that lives in the Malaya area / Singapore if I pronounced that incorrectly. Right. Onwards and upwards. Hey, by 41 we control a lot, and we've taken a major Axis partner out of this war. We are making waves, guys. Making waves. Right, let's get in North Africa. Let's get the USA on side some more. Support the ruling party. The Progressive Party. And let's make sure the game don't crash. Happy days. Lots of 43 techs at this point. You know what? Come on, USA. Unlikely. Impossible. Allow debt? No. Non-aggression pact? No. Look. Come on. Give me the transit rights. Look, go home. You know what? Let's start working on getting Italy in, because they have a lot of troops now that we can sort of call on. Alright, let's get Spain in. They aren't that far away, you know. Just a waiting game on a lot of these. I'm going to move the repulse up to Scapa Flow. Right, I'm glad we're very popular. We deserve to be after those victories. Right, the Indian Dagger Division forms. The 19th Indian Division was now formed in Hyderabad, historically often referred to as the Dagger Division from its divisional sign, which is a hand thrusting a dagger over hand in yellow on a red background. The 19th Division played a prominent part in the final part of the Burma campaign. Raised in October 1941, became part of the Southern Army, which mainly concerned with defence against possible seaborne invasion by the Japanese. Its main successes were due to its fitness and high morale, not having been stationed in unhealthy mountains on the Indian-Burmese border of 43, nor fought in the battles of 44. There was a high proportion of pre-war regulars amongst officers and NCOs. Happy days. Now we don't want that. All that. And this the flick. Good. Get the sonar. You know what? Radar for cruisers. This was exactly what we wanted. Now, Germany is nearly at its greatest territorial extent. They've taken Kharkov, but they're not close to surrendering. They're going to struggle with all the major cities, I think. And here comes the mud. So that'll make attacking extremely difficult. So I imagine they will start to slow down soon enough. No, thank you. Right, let's give a go to Brazil again. 6th of October. Give us transit rights. Well, hot diggity damn. No one wants to give us transport rights. So the BF is stranded on American soil at the moment, which ain't great, I must say. And Mussolini's dead. Okay. All hail Mussolini. It was fun while it lasted. Whoa. They are a mess. Head of state. Oh, I've well and truly fucked things here, guys. I was not expecting capitulation like that. At this point, I've like reset Italy. Get a new industrial zone. Agriculture's always good. I'm not in a point where I can invite Brazil yet, but 4 AM. Yeah, you say it's impossible. They don't actually want to join. Well, more fool them. Where are we taking losses? All along here. 8 in the long 40s in the last week. Disappointing. Let's get the BEF over there. Fought one major campaign. It's time to fight another one. Unfortunately, I'm 2 brigade units down. Well, and you know what? Do you think it's quicker to go up to Narvik? Yeah, probably. Right, we'll transport them up to Narvik. What just happened? Okay, so the Italian social, whatever it's called, just annexed the parts of Italy that were left. So the random... Okay, we're going to lose these divisions. Because unless we get transportability... Right, come on. Come on, America. Don't be dicks. Let me put my men through your lands. Feeling like they're going to be dicks about this. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's send what's left of these guys down there. And in fact, we've got them in there. We're going to move them up to there. I'm going to put this French division in Malacca. I'm going to have these guys in there, there, and there. We've got a lot of troops in position. A lot of troops. Oh, these guys got light armor. Oh, very nice. Dingo scout car. Show us your dingo. Get my Australian accent going. Right, we can move into position. So, you know what? I am going to send these troops forwards. Armored division I'm gonna move up soon as well. We'll have 2 lines just in case they break through. Not saying that I think they will, but just in case. Leave the 10th in Rangoon just to make sure that there's no chance of any breakthrough there. Right, let's move them back. Move them over here. The pieces are slowly moving into place. I worry about our ability to hold the areas over here, but the main thing is that we hold Borneo, because all of the strategic resources are here in Borneo, so there's a fair amount of crude in all of these areas here, some rare materials. Then down here in the south we've got whatever that is, rubber, aluminium. This area here is very important to hold. This place has ethyl, so they can have that. By all means, you guys go nuts. But we're gonna try and keep hold of as much of Malaya and these like island chains here and Borneo as we can. Oh, and I forgot these guys would be contributing divisions as well. Oh, very good. We've got divisions for days. And you know what? I am going to open this up. Because then we can get Iran involved if we need to. How's the pace of advance going? It's slowing remarkably. I imagine that weather-wise, things aren't probably looking well. It's not particularly clear, is it? I am hoping the Soviets have a fucking shed ton of divisions being pumped out at the moment. And it looks like they do 15,600 manpower. Are you fucking with me? Holy shit. Wow. They can't seriously have one division in Leningrad. You are fucking with me. There is no way. If they only have one division in Leningrad, I'm going to flip out. This is why I'm going to be playing the Soviets, guys. Let's have a look at our intel. It's very weak around here, though. That's the thing. You just need to see out the next few months. We are losing a lot less convoys than we were losing in the past. And hello, welcome to Norway. Let's go, guys. Let's rock and roll. And I think it's time for a new command, you know. You will be the FEF, the Finnish Expeditionary Force. Lord Gors is level 4 commander. Miles Dempsey is level 4 commander. Adam Ronald is level 4 commander. But Reed has impressed me. But you know what? I actually think it's time for a promotion for McHardy. He is a hero to the British, and he deserves a promotion. So, I'm going to give this unit a decent commander, purely because they've been in the the wars a little bit. So let's give them. Yeah, this guy he'll do. And let's create this new command of ours, which I will dedicate. Let's put it in Stockholm. And I'm going to call this the Scandinavian Expeditionary Force, the SEF. And I am going to put Mr. McCreed, or McHardy, in command. The man has so many medals. So he is a recipient of the Gallantry Cross, the Military Cross, the General Service Medal, the Civil War Badge, the Distinguished Service Order, and the Victory Medal. The man deserves a massive pat on the back. And he knows Norway and Scandinavia better than any other British general. He is a hero. So let's get these guys into position. And there's our new AA cruisers for use with our new carrier fleet that we're building. I think we'll get to the end of October and then I will finish the episode. I don't have any quarrel with the Finns particularly, but I can't have the Soviets lose this war. And they are going to need our help at this rate. Attacking in the far north, though, might be a bit of a ball ache. It's something we're going to struggle with. There's lots of mud there. I think we should wait until spring. Possibly. Right. Yeah, we'll accept that from Tibet. And there is a little bit of an encirclement here, but they can't seem to break into these regions here. They are struggling around Moscow. And around Kursk, by the looks of it. Yeah, we're losing convoys. I know, game. I know. Got more destroyers on the way. They are making their way into the Caucasus. Lots of mud on the ground here. Come on, Soviets. You can't seriously get pushed back here. They must be having major supply issues. Sorry guys, I'm watching the Soviet front as much as this, purely because I'm very worried that the Germans are still doing well. They are pushing up very quickly. Yeah, okay. Thank you, game. Thanks for informing me. Combine all them. Last two units here. Let's move them up to Narvik. Transport away. So many corps of troops there that I need to rearrange. We're a bit light in the UK now. That's the only negative. Although we're not light in London itself. There's like nearly 100,000 troops just in London. Battleships are still out, patrolling. Might nearly be time to bring them back, actually. Okay, so very good. This is all, so far, fingers crossed, going to plan. My worst fear, though, is probably an advance sort of into this area here. Turkey is nowhere near towards going with anyone. They're probably drifting towards us more than anyone. And Kursk still hasn't fallen, but it's about to based on that intel. Although, that's a supply issue. There we go. Says green, but I don't think that's green. They're having trouble. We've got next African Army recruitment advance. That's 42 tech. Let's get the mechanization of infantry, yes. And another colonial infantry division. comes our way. Just gonna move these guys out because they are going elsewhere. So we got in Dumai. Some troops there. I'm gonna leave him actually there. All the Brits. All of the Brits. Right, now, this is when they can normally attack again, when it starts to freeze over. So, we've got about another month of good weather, with which to try and push into Moscow. They're 42 techs anyway, so that's all fine. Let's get the railroad. And the last level of installation security. Might just try and get Brazil in again. I imagine it won't work, but hey, you can try and try again. Right, we've just won a battle of the long 40s. Okay. Right, so there were 4 German submarines here. Looks like they took a bit of a hammering. You know what? I am going to patrol here as well. Let's see if we can't deal us some crippling blows. I'm going to get the repulse involved as well. I think the weight of ships is starting to tell. Especially with the Germans not producing any. Just a lot of infantry. Loads of infantry. The problem is, an invasion in France at the moment just won't be successful. It just won't work. So, I'm going to need to really think about this. I think my plan to go through Sweden is probably the best. Into Finland. Once we get over that first... So, yeah, that's... Oh my god, they took Leningrad. How did they take Leningrad? Come on, Soviets. Did you seriously have no... How come there were 1 million units when I played as Germany in Leningrad? Like, seriously. My siege of Leningrad took months. The USA will be in the war soon. The Soviet Union isn't close to capitulating even after losing Leningrad. They just need to keep holding out. Look, no one can say I'm not doing enough, okay? I've knocked out the ruddy Italians. Admittedly, that isn't too hard, but, you know, I've done my bit, game. Throw me a friggin' bone. Okay. I think they're finally being kicked out of Kursk here. You know what? They're pushing them back in a few places. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. We on military espionage for the Soviets? Support all stuff that. Let's get military espionage, because I want to see what they're doing. I have to see what they're doing now. And so ends October. With what looks like some Soviet successes in a few places, with reversals in other areas. So the fall of Leningrad is a bloody shame. And now I'm really debating whether or not to get involved in Finland. It seems a shame after I moved all my units up there. We'd have the support of Sweden. And a Scandinavian coalition almost, if you look at the fact we've got Danes, French, Swedes, I think even some Norwegians as well, up here. With British support. Got circa... how many men? Whatever, who cares about that? Yeah, so we've got circa... so we've got 124,000 there to get involved in this. In the Norwegian Expeditionary Force, we have another 100k. The problem is, if I don't attack now, I feel like we're going to get butt-fucked later. So we have a choice between now or later. Because I'm a bit worried about the Soviets' ability to push this back, you know. It's November 41, and while they haven't taken Moscow, they have taken Leningrad, and they are in a very advanced position. We're going to need the winter offensive pretty quickly. But, next month, Japan should declare war on America. And at that point, we will get the support of the Americans and their 711 IC. And that's not even on, like, the good level. So, that'll be interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. Because that could be a bit of a crazy one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. The Soviet campaign will be coming very soon. It's in the works. I've already got the first couple of years out of the way, and I'll be uploading them probably next week at some point. So thank you very much for watching the UK campaign. We've been very successful in the destruction of Italy. And in fact, very unlikely now. We've gone from likely to very unlikely. Oh well. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks again. Bye-bye.